I gotta talk about the biggest issue with anime, the lollies.
The lollies are bad. You want to know what else is bad? The fucking smell from these motherfuckers. We got to at least agree that they're both problematic.
No one says, but she's ancient when it's a wrinkled old woman. They only say that when it's a literal doll in a frilly dress.
I agree. We need more wrinkled old woman porn. Relatable or what?
It's a sleazy loophole built to let animators and fans distance themselves from the uncomfortable truth.
This whole conversation about lolly, the reason why we're just starting to have it now is because anime is an antisocial activity. But now it's becoming more mainstream. And so now it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is kind of fucking problematic. We should talk about this more. And all of a sudden, these antisocial people are getting very upset and they're getting very uncomfortable. They're starting to make YouTube channels called Rev Says Desu, and they're starting to melt down anytime you criticize fucking off to drawn child porn because it's just drawn, dude. I like this guy's look, and it's called the lolly defense is getting out of hand. It does seem to bleed, be bleeding into different communities. So yeah, I'm curious about this one. It's from Ciro's TV. Let's see what we got here, baby.
Anime has become mainstream.
Now it makes sense. This guy likes anime. You could tell. You could just tell.
It is now the biggest forefront of a lot of industries. There's Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's going outstanding. Anime is still hard for people to get into, though. It's not.
Yeah, because it sucks. No, anime is good. One of the things that pisses me off so much about anime is like the horribly uninteresting filler that they will run, because I guess the way that they decide to release anime in, you know, whatever fucking Japan, that's a country that makes anime, right? It's always ruins it. Like, I have no problem with filler as long as it's entertaining, but let me tell you right now, My Hero Academia fucking sucks now. I think it started getting boring. I think in season 3 it started to go downhill. Whatever the arc was where they would go and where they went to attack that like big like mafia headquarters, right? This filler just started to get longer and more boring and less interesting. The overall story is great, but it's fucking terrible. And then this last season was so drawn out. It's boring. I don't like it. Make it interesting. If you're gonna do it, make it interesting. You want to like elongate episodes and put more money into animation and make cooler shit happen. It fucking pisses me off. It's fucking lazy. It's so fucking dumb. It's terrible. You know, how do you get your friends into some dog shit that's like so fucking lazy? Yeah, you know, you just got to get through the first 1,000 episodes. What the fuck?
Not because it's inaccessible. There's many ways to watch it. Crunchyroll, Hulu. You go on YouTube right now. Crunchyroll has the
illegally. You can do that too.
Entirety of Demon Slayer up for free. You can just watch it. Didn't know that was a thing. I think it's preparing for the movie.
Oh yeah, I couldn't watch Demon Slayer either. It just gets like too convoluted for me. I mean, I probably could give it another shot. It might be good now, but
I know it's gonna do crazy numbers here.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's because it's intensely accessible. It's weirdly accessible in the weirdest, most overwhelming ways possible. If you try to dip your toe in, you're suddenly knee-deep in a pastel fever dream of nonsense. One character is both 12 and 10,000 years old. There's a cat with a gun and someone's getting yelled at.
Look, I have a shirt that's that. The cat with a gun, baby.
By their dinner, like the food itself. You wanted to see what the hype was all about, but instead you're watching a high schooler turn to a chainsaw.
That's fucking crazy. I remember watching Yu Yu Hakusho when I was a kid. And I've said this before, but I used to fucking hold up in my room and watch that fish-looking girl, and the anime arc, and I used to start jacking it. I used to, jack my little fucking adolescent ding dong off. And I remember one time, back then my bedroom was like right outside of my like kitchen, basically, in the old house we had. I'm older. Houses were smaller back then. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my mom knocking on the door, and she came in kind of like unexpectedly. And I was just sitting there. I had to cover myself up. I was purely naked. Zero contingency plan. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't just fucking jacking off to this shit. I had no contingency plan whatsoever in case somebody walked in on me. I was just completely just fucking free bleeding, basically. Except not bleeding. I was free jorking it. So, that's crazy, man.
And fight demons made out of trauma metaphors and breakfast food. Shout out Chainsaw Man. And
I like that anime. That was pretty cool, man. I like that one.
Everyone's acting like this is the normal one. Yeah, Chainsaw Man is pretty normal. Pretty normal among the grand thing. Yes, that's normal. And there's always that moment where...
Was there Loli in fucking Chainsaw Man? I don't remember that. Is the dog Loli?
Where a new viewer stumbles into something bizarre, like accidentally watching Food Wars. Yeah, that's yeah, don't just avoid Food Wars.
Well, I heard it was good. I don't have enough time to. I don't know. I haven't been making enough time to watch.
I read Food Wars to completion, and I had to not read it in public. I had to go to libraries, and I had to sit.
A lot of I'm hearing there's a lot of fan service. Then that's what I'm hearing here.
In the far corner, it was odd to read. I didn't want somebody to come up and get me kicked out of the library. Each food bite in Food Wars, it's like I can't even put.
Is it not just about food? You know, that's one of the cool things about Asian shit is that they will make something like stupid seem interesting. You know, like there's like an anime about fucking soccer and basketball. You know,
brains up. Go watch the first episode of.
Which I don't know why they made an anime about basketball, because I'm pretty sure that like the #1 consumer of anime in like America is black people. You know what I mean? So they don't even need to pull them back in. You know, it's very strange.
Food Wars.
Food Wars is elite gooner shit. Wait, what? Is that fucking for real? What? Food Wars. It's just people. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit, this girl's got some fat titties.
This is 7 pounds of some.
Shut the fuck up! Sorry. Why does this bitch have huge tits? What the fuck? What's with this fucking tan girl with big titties? What the fuck? What the hell is this? Imagine like you're fucking scrolling around and you're like, oh man, I want to watch an anime with my mom, you know? My mom really wants to be spending time with me, and you fucking put on this fucking goddamn shit, Food Wars, and you see some tits. This is insane. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It's nuts. It's like you're having an existential crisis about watching this. Or you try to watch something classic like Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, yes. I actually just started watching that. I didn't watch that when I was younger. I used to watch all the Adult Swim shit except for that, I guess. I started watching it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool so far. I will say, though, that one fucking bitch, Misato or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? The bitch with the fucking, the brunette. All I'm saying is that's fucking shit. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? That brunette is fucking crazy. Like, it's a constant, like, shots of her fucking literal taint and her asshole. It's very strange shit. It's very strange shit. Which is also interesting, because I saw a theory that's like, oh, anime started to get ruined once Gooners took over for, like, the tech nerds. And I'm like, dude, this shit's always been some fucking Gooner bait. You know? It's always been Gooner bait. They just did more tech shit.
Only to find yourself crying about the philosophical meaning of daddy issues inside a biomechanical trauma machine piloted by depressed teens. Shinji, you suck. That's what it is. Even in the most grounded shows, there's often one scene where someone's inexplicitly turns into a hamster, or the opening theme is like a
Hamtaro, good show.
Laser battle, and it's like a drunk jazz band. It's really cool, and the fans don't help. The fans don't help at all. You ask for a beginner-friendly anime, you get like 47 different titles, each with 300 episodes, 17 movies, and then you got to do some comprehensive reading and watch a YouTube explain video. Oh, just start with One Piece. No. My God, this is nuts. I've aged 5 years in 2 episodes. Why am I invested in this reindeer doctor? Why? Why is he crying about mushrooms? What is this? Anthony helicopter. This is insane.
What the fuck is Anthony Helicopter?
Anime is beautiful, intense, and it's full of unmatched creativity. But it's also loud, chaotic, tonally unpredictable, and dripping with enough cultural whiplash to make a newcomer's brain explode. But with all this said, I gotta talk about the biggest issue with anime. The lollies. Recently, I have begun to start...
I don't know, man. The lollies are bad. But I will say, you want to know what else is kind of bad? The fucking smell from these motherfuckers, you know? It's like, goddamn, dude. I feel like that's, like, worse. Well, maybe not worse. I mean, you stink. I mean, they're both... Listen, we got to at least agree that they're both problematic. All right? Stinky anime nerds and, you know, depicted CP stuff. You know what I mean? Those are both pretty bad. Okay.
Reading... that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's isekai. I love it. It's pretty good. And then I watched the anime after reading the light novel, thinking that I could get some physical representation. And then I got to a specific character, Milim Neva. Milim. Just to say Milim. Milim is like 10,000 years old and
hell?
acts like a
I'm going
child.
this way.
That's what it is. And I was thinking about this, and I asked a few fans, said, how do you guys feel about Milim? And they say, that's my favorite character. She's my waifu. I love her so much. Anime has a deep, festering problem with the
Milim?
word.
Milim? Who the fuck is that? All right, I had to look it up.
That's what it is.
I guess that's not the worst. That's not the... Is this Loli? It's fucking crazy. Like, oh, yeah. What the fuck is this? Frankly, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be so much worse. I thought it was going to be a fucking, like, a literal child. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. You know what? That one could be worse, I suppose.
It is. And I was thinking about this, and I asked a few fans, said, how do you guys feel about Milim? And they say, that's my favorite character. She's my waifu. I love her so much. Anime has a deep, festering problem with the word lolly. And no amount of, it's just fiction is going to wash that stink off. I'm so sick of this defense where people say, you're getting mad about cartoons, bro? Listen, and I mean this with my whole...
Listen, if we're all going to yell and scream because of cartoons, we can all get upset that people are jacking off to lolly. Okay?
Just, I mean this with my whole body. If I were to draw something with exquisite detail, horrifying, evil...
Say exquisite? What the fuck?
And messed up in its actions... I'm still visualizing it for people to see, right? I'm still doing that. Here goes the thing. The moment you can't watch a fantasy anime without a, let's say, toddler-coated vampire queen pouting in thigh-high socks.
What the fuck?
Something's gone off the rails. It's not just a weird trope. It's a whole pipeline of soft petal perversion. It's strange. And it's the...
Bro, it's just kind of... a little bit more, you know, I don't mean to be like racist or anything. It's a very little Asian coded. You know, there's some. Listen, I love all my Asian brothers and sisters, regardless of which type you are. You know, whether you're like an anime one, or a buffet one, or an Uber one, which I didn't even know until recently was Asian. But some of that shit's a little crazy. You know, and I feel like you ever look at like, I'm not trying to be fucking weird, but I guess I am. Asian porn's very molesty, right? Oh, you know what? I can't do it, but you know what I'm talking about, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the fucking yelling and shit, and it's like very like, oh, you know, a lot of non-consensual sounds. It's fucking crazy as fuck. It's just fucking crazy, dude. That's all I'm saying. It's fucking wild.
The high-pitched giggles. I'll be watching an epic battle unfold, and then here comes the 5,000-year-old being with the body of somebody in the single digits, blushing when someone calling a teenage boy master, and suddenly everyone's acting like this is peak story. This is peak storytelling. I love this. I bought a figure. It's her in lingerie. It's peak. Yeah, no, that's it's bait. It's bait for PDFs. You know what I mean? Without saying it out loud. Oh, but she's 9,000 years old. Doesn't matter. That defense is late.
I don't know, dude. Listen, I think that we could probably have a conversation about in what instances lolly is appropriate. Maybe if you're a non-offending pedophile, like you know what I mean, like you're somebody who you're like, oh man, kids are hot. I don't know why you'd think that, but you do. I'm telling you guys, you do that. You're weird freaks. And the doctor's like, all right, I'm gonna prescribe you to this lolly imagery. Maybe that, right? There's something. Outside of that, it should be completely illegal. All right, completely illegal. I feel like that's a fucking gateway. What the hell are you talking about? Fucking lolly, that's crazy shit, bro.
Crazy. It's a soulless cop-out. You know it is. It's like it's a sleazy loophole built to let animators and fans distance themselves from the uncomfortable truth. I would be fine if she's the act.
What do we got? What do we have in we got something like that though in America. We have something like a lolly, right? In America. They're like, oh, you know, she's actually 8,000 years old, but she looks like a 9-year-old girl. We have that also. It's called Yoda. Dude's like fucking 700 or something, 800 years old or some shit like that. He's like a little green man, you know? So that's our American lolly, if you think about it.
acted like a grown woman but still had the appearance, if she acted mature or reasonable, but she talks like a single digit, she acts like a single digit, she throws tantrums, rides on shoulders, eats candy like it's a plot point, somehow has fully animated, Venn diagrams on her chest.
What are you saying? I'm happy you're not showing us visuals, to be honest with you.
That is like B cups, and women can have smaller chest receptacles. I've been with petite women, but this is different. This is real different, because petite women don't act like literal newborns. I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. This is, it's so odd. I just don't get it. It's so dumb. You're not convincing anyone that this is about lore or deep characterization. You're just hiding fictional characters and numbers to justify fictional grooming.
True.
No one says, but she's ancient when it's a wrinkled old woman. They only say that when it's a literal doll in a frilly dress.
I agree. We need more wrinkled old woman porn in anime. Am I right, guys? Relatable or what?
That's what it is. That's what's happening. I made a video about this a while back. It's right here. Peaked at about 8,000 views, and all the majority of the comments are people defending it. I wish for those people to come back, because I've got better arguments now. I've got better things to say.
It's one of those things where you feel like you shouldn't have to have a good argument. I don't think I need to be able to articulate a good argument as to why you shouldn't jack off to fucking lolicon. It should just be a given, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking strange that I have to make sure I'm ready for my strongest debate bros to sit here and tell me why it's like, oh, it doesn't really matter,
I've gotten better at speaking. What's worse is that I'll try to get a friend into new anime and they'll bump into it. You're trying to get into a new isekai or a slice of life, and before the first episode is over, there's a girl with the body of just like the kindergartner or something, and the voice of a balloon animal.
What the fuck?
Why does she have the romantic subplot of a grown-ass adult? It's not even subtle anymore. What, Monogatari, a dragon maid. It's a series like ReZero. They slip this trope in all the time, like it's seasoning, or fans eat it up. Where they defend it. Oh my god. Well, she's not really a kid. Then why does she act like one? Why is she drawn like one?
So I say to my wife, why the fuck are you acting like a kid? Can't even get her own goddamn water. It's crazy.
Why is her entire purpose to activate this deeply uncomfortable fantasy for someone watching it? Why is that? Oh, she's innocent. She just likes candy. It's cute. It's like Little Sister.
What?
Little Sister?
Wow. Well, I mean, I don't really understand what these animes are that we're even talking about, to be honest with you. Like, what the fuck are we even referring to?
So, Little Sister? It's like Little Sister, is what you said? Yeah, it's like a little sister. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Incredible.
My brain must have melted through my ear. It's like a little sister. So, why do you have a figurine with her and thigh highs and barely clothed?
How come? I mean, not that I want to see it, but like, why is it that it's usually only girls, weird fucking little girls that are just sexualized? You know what I mean? It's because men are fucking weird. The men are freaks. Okay. Fucking weirdos when men are disgusting.
Is what I would like to ask. Chris Hansen's here. He wants you to take a seat. I think is what I want to know. Because the trope behind lollies.
Hey, little sisters.
It's not. It's like a symptom of a culture too comfortable with infantilizing women. It blurs the line between cuteness and corruption, between harmless stylization and overt sexualization.
Yeah.
The fact that entire genres exist where these infantile-like characters are objectified and fetishized on purpose should be setting off every moral fire alarm we've got, but instead it's normalized. People cosplay them, collect figurines, post screenshots and memes like it's fun. Like we're not dancing around something deeply and viscerally wrong. It's the grossest thing I've ever seen. It's disgusting. It's gross. The worst thing for me,
I think the worst thing for me is, you got all this lolicon shit, right, in an anime. Okay. Obviously problematic, but whatever, fine. How come though they got all this lolly in anime, but then like there's very rarely fucking BBWs. Like that seems to be an issue there. There's like, oh, it got all these fucking little kids that are like whatever. They make them look, they're just weird ass shit, bro. But whatever. We got all these little kids. Why aren't they big fat BBW fucking hairy moms in anime? How come I never see any of that? That's really my only real problem with it. You know, at least make it a little bit more, even it out a little bit. I mean, ban one of those things, but even it out a little more. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, what the hell are we doing here? Even it out, bro. What the fuck do I do?
Is that the effect is long lasting. It teaches new viewers, especially younger ones, that it's normal to see women infantilized, to see age and maturity treated as interchangeable variables, to associate youth with appeal in the promiscuous variety. In ways that gets more disturbing the more you think about it. And why is your brain to expect it, to stop questioning it, to tolerate it? That's not just be creepy, it's cultural rot. And we're marinating in it every time we laugh it off. Oh, she's 5,000 years old, LOL, ha 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 ha. No, that's, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I think what's agitating the most to me, and it gets me so pissed, is that it's unnecessary. There are so many amazing women characters, female characters in anime, strong, nuanced, flawed.
Wrong. Girls are cringe. No, I'm just kidding.
Interesting. And yet writers still circle back to the same lazy, pandering trope of, oh, the magical child-woman hybrid who exists just to be protected, infantilized, or even worse, lusted after.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I think it's okay to have, like, I think it's okay to have, like, almost like those Last of Us types things, right? Like you have like a young, that instance it would be like a young girl, and she's like to be protected by the main character. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that kind of shit. I just don't think that you should be sexualizing that fucking character, you know?
It devalues the entire medium. It treats anyone outside the fandom that anime can't be taken seriously, that it's too immature to tell stories without dipping into something viscerally exploitative. And it's what keeps fans around. You're gross. I don't, yeah, that's why people don't get into anime. You're disgusting. You know what sucks? If you bring this up, anime fans will come for your throat. They'll say, oh, you're a prude. You're an outsider.
In or for? Anime. Oh, fuck, I fucked up.
Okay, maybe it's not about
that's right.
understanding anime, because I'm not going to do bar for bar back and forth with you about how I've seen Crying Freeman, Gurren Lagann, Outlaw Star. I'm not going to go back my entire catalog with you. I'm not going to.
Was there fucking Loli and Outlaw Star? I don't remember that. That's crazy.
Do that. I think it's about understanding how dangerously easy it is.
I don't remember watching it like this shit because I'm an adult. It's been a while. I used to like Outlaw Star so much, though. I should go watch it. But only if there's Loli. No, I'm just kidding.
Is to normalize the acceptance of something unacceptable when it's wrapped in animation and labeled as just a trope. Maybe it's about not letting fiction.
Well, you know what I think it is? Well, we have to understand where this guy's video comes from. This whole conversation about Loli, how it shouldn't be acceptable. The reason why we're just starting to have it now is because anime is an antisocial activity. And I like anime. I think it's cool. I liked it even more when I was younger and more antisocial. But it's a super antisocial. And for the most part, when something's antisocial, you kind of just leave those people to be. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's antisocial behaviors. Leave those people to be. In fact, get them out of our society. I mean, back in the day, Vikings, you guys think that they were super tough? No, those were all antisocial incels. It's like, all right, go rape other people instead of our people. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was. But now, crazy. But now it's becoming more mainstream. And so now it's like, oh, wait a minute. This is kind of fucking problematic. We should talk about this more. And all of a sudden, these antisocial people are getting very upset and they're getting very uncomfortable. They're starting to make YouTube channels called Rev Says Desu, and they're starting to melt down anytime you criticize people who are jerking off to drawn child porn because it's just drawn, dude. You know?
Become a shield for what we'd never tolerate in reality. Maybe it's about remembering that media shapes culture and culture shapes people. And if we keep bending over backwards to defend this Lolita obsession, we're telling a whole generation this is fine. See, anime fans have this exhausting habit of defending literally anything as just part of a culture, as if it's it's like a magical disinfectant for every uncomfortable, morally questionable, or outright creepy moment in the show. You bring up how weird is that a high school student has a romance with their teacher, and that character who looks like a literal infantile creature is hypersexualized, and suddenly you're the bad guy. you don't get it. You're too Western. You're taking it too seriously. No, some stuff is just weird. You know that? Some stuff is just uncomfortable, and pretending it's sacred just because it's aired with subtitles doesn't make it better. It makes it more insidious. You know that, right? To anybody that's going to comment and defend this, I just want to say this part is specifically for you. I know you're going to say this blanket defense of too cultural or something. You're dodging criticism without engaging with the actual problem. It's not cultural when a camera pans slowly up a single-digit character's body.
Well, again, it is cultural. It's just not like Asian culture. It's fucking anime culture. It's antisocial behavior culture. That's what it is.
that looks like a single-digit character's body.
Why am I acting like anime is barely becoming mainstream? It's been like that for so long. Pikachu, Pokemon is not real anime. Knock it off. Stop it. Oh, it's been mainstream for so long. Pokemon. You don't tell me Pokemon. Shut up. Shut up. Pokemon is not real anime. All right, you're pretending. That's like a fucking kid's show. All right, get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. We're talking about anime becoming mainstream, not just parts of it. Okay, that's totally different. Hold on. Listen, sorry. The doctor called me. They biopsied something on me, and it's non-cancerous, guys. All right. Anyway, okay, listen. Pokemon is like not real anime. That's a kid's show. Oh, it's a kid's thing. Oh, it's a kid's thing. That's how people brush it off. Don't sit here and pretend that anime was like super duper mainstream. They used to play it at fucking night. Okay, anime has always been cringe. What really, like, that's it. Okay? It's been slowly creeping in and becoming more mainstream, but it is not. It is just really now becoming more mainstream, and so now we're having more conversations about fucking Loli, dude, and how it's bad. All right? Don't fucking pretend. Oh, well, I used to watch it, so it's mainstream. You don't know what mainstream is, dude. There's a fucking kids show. Nobody gives a fuck about that. All right? Get the fuck out of here. All right? A few years ago, everybody was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. That wasn't mainstream. Now it's becoming mainstream. They're doing it in, like, Dead by Daylight, I think. They have it at, like, fucking, what is it? Universal. Now it's becoming mainstream, okay?
While she moans about ice cream. That's not that's pandering. It's
ice cream do be pretty good.
World building when a 3,000-year-old character who looks like your little sister.
What?
Right?
Well, my little sister. If I had a sister, she'd be ugly. Well, I do have a half sister. She'd be ugly. Because look at my genetics, dude. What the fuck? You know?
Right? Is in a swimsuit and saying she loves the protagonist. That's not a unique narrative. That's bait. Loving anime doesn't mean you have to defend every bizarre trope with your life. You can like a thing and still call out parts that suck. I want to point this out. I love Gurren Lagann, but second half is a drag to get through. Just gonna keep it a beam with you. I love Naruto, but man, they really messed up in the end.
See, here we go. Now I'm crazy. FNAF was mainstream once streamers started playing it. Do you realize that you are terminally online? Streamers playing a thing 5 years ago doesn't make something mainstream. Streamers are just starting to become mainstream. Do you even know what fucking mainstream means? What the fuck? You guys are unironically, I'm disappointed in all of you. The fact that you just told me that because streamers were playing a game 5 years ago made it mainstream, you clearly have no idea what mainstream means or is. Like, streamers are starting to become more mainstream, but streamers weren't mainstream at all 5 years ago. The most popular streamer 5 years ago was not mainstream in any capacity. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you guys are just like saying words at this point.
In part, Bleach is very hard to get into, but I love it. It's very hard to get into. Bleach is just difficult to get into. It's overly edgy for some odd reason. One Piece is horribly difficult for a lot of people to get past, and there's a lot of things that don't make sense in One Piece that get retconned. That happens. That's real. That's a real thing. That's so real. You know that? That's a real thing. It's just, I can insult and critique. My favorite game is Oni Musha. Favorite game of all time. Not many people are gonna like that game. I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. It's just not realistic. It's just real. That's just real. You don't have to defend everything.
I don't even know what game that is.
I think that you're just protecting the parts of it that should have been questioned that like years ago. That's just what it is. Anime fans are shooting themselves in the foot. No, they're unloading the whole clip onto themselves every time they bend over backwards to defend the most morally questionable, skin-crawling, obviously messed up stuff in the medium just to protect anime. You are not protecting anime by defending lollies.
Damn.
I just want to point that out. You're not defending culture by saying it's just fantasy. When a grown man does that to...
What's the threshold for mainstream? I don't know, but it's not when streamers 5 years ago, before streaming was mainstream, started playing it. Something being popular isn't the same as mainstream. Like, whatsoever. Like, Joe Bartolosi, very popular TikToker. He's not mainstream. Like, mainstream is when it's indie mainstream, when, like, regular people know about, like, the specifics of it. All right, anime is just starting to become, or it is really becoming mainstream. That's why we're having this conversation. You guys are acting like, fuck, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's is mainstream. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are, you stink. You guys stink. You don't understand anything. This is the reality, okay? Because we're not going to argue anymore. You guys are very terminally online. You guys are very stuck in your own little spheres. And because of that, you think that that sphere is popular. Because, well, it's popular in my sphere, so it must be mainstream. No, it's not how mainstream works. Okay? That's not how mainstream works, guys. It's not how it works, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but...
A single-digit coded character and calls it pure. What you're doing is turning away curious potential fans who want to get into anime, but don't want to feel like they need a lawyer or a therapist to get through episode 3 of your favorite show. So seriously, you cannot scream these two sentences saying anime deserves mainstream respect and then scream it's not that deep the moment someone raises a valid concern. You want the world to take the art form seriously, but you treat criticism like it's an attack and not a chance to...
What the fuck is this thing? Oh my god.
If someone points out that something looks predatory, weird, exploitative, maybe instead of immediately building a wall of, well, that's just how it is, you sit down and think, wait, why is this a reoccurring thing? Why is this normalized? Because every time you defend the indefensible, you make it harder for good creators to shine, for diverse stories to be told.
Mm-hmm. Here's what I'll tell you: if you don't call out the lolly, what's gonna happen is anime is still gonna be popular, but the only people who like it are gonna be weird freaks that like lolly. And so then you can't talk about anime anymore because people are just gonna associate it with fucking perverts, which is true because every anime consumer jacks off to hentai. It's true.
And for the medium to grow beyond being seen as a niche for socially stunted weirdos, you're not shielding anime, you're stagnating it. You're not helping your parts of the problem. Anyways, I just want to stop here. That's all I gotta say. I don't really know what else to go from here. I do want to say this though. That last video I made about this was strange. You guys were going tooth and nail defending this. It was psychotic. I don't know what that was about. Don't know if you guys changed. I hope you did. I hope you did. I really do. I understand. I grasp it. And I love Rukia from Bleach. Character that is built petite, acts like a grown woman, doesn't act infantile at all, just has a small body, big head. Just some women are built that way. I grasp it. I'm not stupid. If you commented and said, well, so I know women that are like this, then by all means, cool. Great. Fantastic. That's great. That's so cool. That's like being...
I think that we all know the difference between a petite woman and a fucking lolicon at this point.
Bratty as opposed to being infantile, which is two wildly different things. Wildly different. I mean, genuinely wildly different. But yeah, go ahead and try to defend this, I guess, in the comments. I really don't know what to say to you people. Have a good day. Or don't if you defend this. Honestly, I'm not...
I think there's that much divisiveness in the comments.
It's not even here for... I'm not even here for nuanced conversation. It's just gross. It's genuinely just gross. Seriously.
It seems like people agree with this guy, so I guess there is hope. I'm gonna predict it now. Rev says Desky's gonna make a response this week. I doubt that's true, but that's funny. That was a good video.